Hey guys, welcome to Consume the Goodness. My name is Kendra. I'm a certified lifestyle and weight management coach, and this channel combines healthy lifestyle with God's Word. Today I'm going to be kind of piggybacking off of this video where I talked about how thoughts drive emotions, drive behaviors. So this video just kind of is a little bit, it's like an attachment to that, just so it's not like we always need to be positive all the time. I don't want it to seem that way, and it is super important for us to feel how we feel. So that's what I'm going to talk about while I relax my hair, because things are super busy, and just like the times when I need to cut my hair and I do videos while I'm cutting my hair, now I'm going to do video while I relax my hair. Here we go.
Also, I apologize in advance if this video is like all over the place because I don't know about you guys, but sometimes it's super hard for me to, I'll be doing this, focusing on this, and trying to think of what I want to say without doing that thing that I do sometimes where I just repeat myself and say the same thing in just a bajillion different ways. I'm going to try really hard not to do that. Try to keep this video pretty short, but I apologize if it's like all over the place and if I'm like saying something about one thing that I remember something else I want to say, then I go back to the other thing I was saying. That very well might happen.
While I'm getting this stuff set up, I want to say thank you. I always have a link in the description for my Linktree account, and I don't ever really promote it because I don't know, I have this thing inside where I'm like, oh gosh, I don't want people to think that I'm just after everybody's money. That's the reason I do this, is because I want money, and that is just not the case at all. That is not why I do these videos. So I really don't promote it, very much. I just kind of leave it down there and think, okay, if somebody sees it and they happen to click on it and realize that that is a way that they're able to give money and support the channel that way, then so be it. But I don't want to I don't know, just talk about it too much. But someone did use that this past weekend, and I just want to say thank you so much. When I got the notification that somebody used that, I was so excited. I was just so excited. So I'm over here super excited and just oh my gosh, this is awesome. And then you sent me a message and you're on your end so sorry that it wasn't more. Seriously, just the fact, I just appreciate it so much. I just wanted to say that. I felt like it was important to just say that so that you could hear it and see my face telling you thank you instead of just in typing, because I truly do appreciate it. That was just super awesome. Thank you.
Alright, my hair's gonna look kind of weird. Try to take me seriously.
The whole topic, feeling how we feel. We feel how we feel, and we should really allow ourselves to grasp what we're feeling and allow ourselves to just feel it, whatever it is, because it's okay to feel it. I used to be really bad about this and would just lie, obviously not so much to myself, I know what I'm feeling, but to other people, especially with the medical stuff, I learned at a really young age how to hide what I was feeling. I would go into the bath, I would sneak off into the bathroom for a little bit and let a few tears out and then come back out and just make it I'm fine, everything's fine. And really it wasn't until somewhere in my 20s, around 22 or 23, that's when I just started allowing myself, and I still would do it because I felt like what I was feeling, it was stupid. It's stupid that I feel this way. I should not even feel like this. It's dumb, or that it made me weak or whatever. And it's just not true. Being upset about something, feeling sad about something, even if it's small, it's still something that we're feeling. It's still an emotion that we're going through, and it's not stupid, and it doesn't make us weak. And I finally have learned that. I'm better at it, I'll say. Because I'm thinking now as I'm talking, there are times where I cry about something and I'm like, gosh, this seems so stupid. Luckily, my husband just reminds me, no, it's not stupid. You're sad. This makes you sad. It's not stupid. It's just how you feel. I am at least learning more, I guess, about how it doesn't make me weak. I could cry and still have some type of strength. This time of year, I would say it's worse. I cry more this time of year, around this time of year, probably than any time of year. I just get a little bit emotional. More so since my mom had her strokes. This time of year, there's definitely more joy also than any time of year. And there's still more joy than sadness, even though I do have more sadness this time of year. But I would say it's just, just missing family. And then since my mom had her strokes this time of year, mostly as my birthday approaches, I think that's when the emotions come, because she would call every year and sing happy birthday, and that just, it gets me emotional because I'm I miss my mom's voice. I miss her voice, and every year on my birthday, I don't know, this is only this 2nd birthday since she had strokes. That has happened, but I feel like, oh gosh, like I miss that. But I have 2 voicemails. I have a voicemail saved from some years ago of her calling and leaving a voicemail singing happy birthday for me, and then also one where she was singing happy birthday to one of our boys. So I love listening to that, and even when I listen to those, it makes me like cry, because I'm so happy that I have that, but then I miss it, you know? I miss her voice, that's it. But just like how I allow myself to feel what I'm feeling, I allow myself to feel sadness, you know, because of missing that. I just think it's really important to end on a positive thing. So even though I allow myself to feel that, I allow myself to like understand, okay, yeah, this makes sense, you know, that's like grieving a loss kind of, you know, of something that I don't have anymore. It makes me sad for her too, like that it's just a lot of emotion, you know, for me missing something, for my sisters missing something, and for mostly, more than anything, for my mom, because as much as I miss her voice, I'm sure she misses it too. I'm sure she misses just talking, like that is her thing, is communicating, talking, writing, all that kind of stuff. But even though I allow myself to feel those things, and even though I have sadness, I always want to end on a more positive note, on something good, because there is always something good. So I will allow myself to feel that stuff, but then I stop and remind myself, yeah, but she's still here and she's still able to talk. It might be slower, it might sound different, you know, her voice might not sound exactly like it did before, but we can still talk to each other. She's still able to send text messages. So I guess that's an example of feeling what we feel, and then that kind of ties into the thoughts driving emotions driving behaviors. My thought is a sad one and my emotion is a sad one, but in the middle of that cycle, I choose to see the good stuff instead of my behavior being totally depressed and laying in bed crying because of all the things I miss and thinking of all the sad things. I choose to, even though the cycle might start not so positive, and even in the middle of it, it's not so positive, I still choose, before it gets to the behavior part, and I still choose somewhere in the process of that to remember the good things and the blessings, because that is a blessing, you know. So there's that. Whole point of this video, you feel how to feel, and it's hopefully to encourage you guys that it is okay to feel what you feel. Like, we're gonna feel things, we're human. We're not gonna be like super peppy positive all the time, 24/7, no matter what comes our way. I think what we do with those emotions, what we do with how we feel, that is super important. But we feel how we feel. Like, we tell our kids this every time we are having any kind of, you know, talk about something, or any time something is coming up. But we always remind them of that fact that, okay, we feel how we feel, like it's fine. Because I think sometimes it seems like maybe they don't want to say exactly how they're feeling or what they're really feeling. So we just try to remind them that it's okay to feel whatever it is that you're feeling, and just remind them to be 100% open and honest, no matter what, because we feel how we feel. I mean, what could they say? This happened and it made me sad. And maybe they feel like, I don't want to say I don't want to say that this made me sad, because exactly the same reasons why I used to do it. Maybe they feel like, you know, I don't want to say this because it's going to make me feel stupid, or it seems like I'm being a big baby or whatever. And we just try to really remind them, no, you know, you feel what you're feeling, and it's okay to feel what you feel. Like, we can't help it. We feel the emotion comes. Like, we can't help that. And so that's what we really try to tell our kids. So if they're saying, you know, this is something that happened and it made me feel really sad, or I started to think about this and it upset me, or this happened and I was really, really mad, like super mad. Yeah, you just learn a lot when you really stop and allow yourself to talk about it and reflect on it, whether it's in prayer or journaling or talking to, you know, somebody. Man, I said I was gonna try to make this short. Speaking of feeling how we feel, man, okay, it's actually Monday today. Like, while I'm doing this, it's Monday, even though my videos go up on Friday. So I'm gonna try it. I feel confused about how to talk. But, so today's Monday. Just some days ago, I was feeling some feelings, and I even was doing the crap. I even did a video about comparing ourselves to others, and I even caught myself doing that and had to really just like remind myself, oh, I need to stop doing this. This isn't the first time that I have felt this way. It comes, you know, every once in a while. But I was just feeling like kind of just deflated, I guess, about this channel just the pace of its growth, I guess. And it was just, I don't know, making me feel discouraged. Like the views and the number of subscribers after over a year, and then I look at other people who just, you know, maybe started their YouTube channel like way after I did, and they have tons of people, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? And you know, I have these feelings and thoughts like, what am I doing? What do I need to be doing differently? So anyway, I prayed. I just prayed about all of it, and you see, take me seriously, try really hard. Anyway, I prayed just for confirmation because I started the channel praying. It was one of those types of things like, I just like, please just show me what it is I need to be doing. Like, what am I supposed to be doing? And I don't even remember what led to starting doing videos, but it was all just about, you know, mixing what I do, you know, my, I guess, educational background and work experience with God's word, like combining those two things. There are so many analogies there with healthy lifestyle and God's word, like there really are, because you think about, you know, all the things that go with just our lives with Jesus and just life in general, you know, learning about patience and appreciating the struggles and learning through the struggles and just all that kind of stuff. We do that in life. We do that in our healthy lifestyle too. When people are trying to lose weight or gain weight, any of that stuff, can be quite a challenging process. So anyway, so I prayed again, like if I'm supposed to still be doing these videos, please just let me know, like make it very clear so that there's no question. And if there's something else I'm supposed to be doing, please make that very clear to me so that I'm doing the right thing. Like I want to help. I just want to encourage people. If I could have that be my career title, encourager, that'd be awesome. But so I prayed and I was just feeling a little bit bummed out. And then it wasn't so long, you know, after me feeling the way I was feeling and praying, that either that night or the next morning I got these things that just seemed so much like answered prayers. Actually, I'll show you right now the comments that I got, and it just really felt like confirmation, like God was, you know, letting me know you're still on the right track, so keep doing this. I just very, very much appreciate those comments that you guys left, and you might not know, but it really was like answered prayers. I just appreciate you guys so much taking the time to do that. And I will say that they're not the only ones who have done stuff like that. Like so much of what so many of you guys have said, I always am very humbled by it, and I'm always looking at it as a confirmation that okay, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Like I need to keep going with these videos and the things that I talk about and all that kind of stuff. So when you leave comments and I'm telling you guys like, oh my gosh, thank you so much, I'm not just like, oh thanks, that's nice, you know, it means a whole lot to me. It really does. It's very, very meaningful. So please know that. And I'm actually gonna put in the description of this video the channels of the people who left those comments that I just showed you guys, but also a few other channels of people who also just seem to come along at a very needed time and who have really just, you know, because they wanted to put my channel out there on their own channels. And that means a lot to me too, because they certainly didn't have to do that. And I just really appreciate it. So I want to put their channels in my description here so you guys can go check them out. Now, when it comes down to it, would I really stop, you know, just because I have those feelings like, oh gosh, views are low, this are like really lower than it, you know, than I would really like. I just want to encourage so many people, and you know, the views are low, and I've been doing this for over a year and I'm not even at 300 subscribers. Like, my gosh, whatever. When it really comes down to it, I always remind myself, and I always know that even if I only had 2 subscribers and those 2 people were being encouraged, I would keep going, because that is what I want to do. My goal isn't to have, it's not like I need tons of people to be about me and I want a bajillion followers for me. No, that's not what this is. And I know that it will grow as it's supposed to grow. And my husband reminds me of that anytime I'm feeling a little bit bummed out about the views, because I want Okay, this is what I was trying to say. I want the views to be higher because I want to reach more people, to encourage more people, not for me, not for my benefit. That is what I was trying to say. Anyway, he just reminds me, just keep going. I've had people suggest to talk about different things. I've had people suggest don't talk about the Jesus stuff, like leave the God part out of it, the Bible stuff, like leave all that stuff out. I've had people suggest to maybe talk a little bit about things that actually just are more controversial. Talk about more things like that. Talk about politics. That will get your views up. That will get you subscribers and views. And I just won't do it. I just will not, because that's not why I'm doing this. I'm not doing this for numbers and views and subscribers. I'm doing this because I want to help people. I want to encourage people and hopefully be some type of positivity out there. Maybe I think about these things all the time. Oh my gosh, see? I'm just off. I told you I was going to go off on stuff I don't want to. I could talk about politics. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Okay, so just the last little bit about feeling how we feel, that it's okay to feel how we feel. I just want to say that, or just a reminder, that there is a lot of growth and improvement in the feeling it process. If we're always pushing our feelings down or ignoring them, then we can't work through them, and then we can't grow through them. We cannot really expect to do much growing if we're ignoring the things that we maybe don't want. Maybe it's uncomfortable. And I've said this in other videos. I've said this before. We gain comfort in our discomfort. And just to stay on this topic, talking about this specific thing, sometimes allowing ourselves to feel a certain thing about a certain thing, it's uncomfortable. It's I don't want to feel this because it hurts, or I don't want to feel this because it makes me mad. If we don't allow ourselves to feel those things and to be super uncomfortable feeling the hurt and the whatever. Oh my gosh, I've been doing this without gloves on. Totally forgot about these. They've just been off to the side. I'm going to use them now. Anyway, if we don't allow ourselves to really feel it and to even be uncomfortable, we won't get past the discomfort to get to a comfortable place. I know that this is much easier said than done. I very, very truly know that. I know that I'm only 34, but I have gone through a lot of things. I have been in an abusive relationship. I went through a really ugly divorce. I have gone through the emotion and anger and everything of having a child who was sexually abused. I've gone through the process of having to work through those emotions and get to a place of forgiveness and peace. And it's not easy. It's not really easy, and it takes a lot of time. I've gone through quite a bit of things, and I just, that's just a little bit, that's just a little bit of the struggle in my life, just a tiny fraction of it. So when I talk about these things that I talk about with you guys, and when I talk about these things that I talk about in every single one of these videos, it's not just I read about it and I learned about it and these are some good things to say. These are some helpful tips for people for a good, improved lifestyle. I have learned it. I do have the education part of it, but I have the life part of it too, the experimenting. I've done these things. I'm not just a super positive person because I was just born like that. I mean, I think I was I remember back in my memory of just my parents and aunts and uncles and just people saying oh, you just smile so much and you're so bubbly. So that is my personality. But what the heck was I just saying? I have no idea. Anyway, the whole point was that I've gone through things and I've had to work through things to keep my natural personality, my natural bubbliness or whatever. It's not just I think this is where I was going with it. She's super positive girl because she's never gone through anything. How tough could her life have ever been? How severe could any of her struggles actually be for her to be that positive and for her to be telling us all the time that we grow and there's strength at the end of the struggles and that, we need to give it all up to God and to pray and to trust and have faith and to get back on track. Yeah, it's easy for her to say that because she's never really gone through things. I have gone through some things. I'm not saying that I've had the most the hardest, most just dramatic life ever. No. But I do know that it is possible. And that's why I love to encourage you guys so much. I seriously have a passion for what I do in these videos. Because I know that it's possible, and I know what it's like to stay in the not so good place. I know what it's like to ignore the emotions and how that can really just kill your joy. And I know what it's like to get uncomfortable and push through it all and work through it, even though it takes time to get to the other side of it, and how great that feels. And I'm telling you, it wouldn't be possible without Jesus. It just wouldn't. So I encourage all of you guys to, even if you look it up, like look something up, the gospel message, look up the gospel message and hear it and understand what Jesus did for us and how he died for us and that we're saved because of that. And he helps so much, and he sends just the right people at just the right time. Like my husband, I will say, is like the number one person. You know, Jesus is number one always. But my husband has been my number one supporter, and he's been so patient with me, working through a lot of things and helping me through things and comforting me. He always reminds me to look to God, you know, in times where I'm just feeling very maybe upset or whatever. Okay, this has gone on too long. I'm gonna stop talking now. I apologize for how long this was. I hope that you guys were encouraged. I hope that you are more conscious now when you're feeling something, and if you start to feel like you want to ignore those feelings, to not do that and to allow yourself to feel it, because there is growth and there is improvement at the end of that. And even though it might be uncomfortable and it might hurt and all of those things, I know that you can do it. I know that you can. And when you feel like I cannot do this, it's too hard, it hurts too much or whatever, know that you can call on God. He's hearing you. Give it up to him. Just let him know. I feel like this is too hard. I cannot do this. I can't do it on my own. I need you. And he'll help you. He will answer your prayers. He always does. He's always listening. So allow yourself to feel what you feel. Choose what will you do with those feelings. I know. Try really hard to take me seriously with this crap in my head. What are you going to do with that? Are you going to let those emotions, you know, whatever it is that you're feeling, keep you down? Are you going to let it be something that springs you forward into, you know, just a more improved you? Think about those things, just some things to think about. And I want to apologize again for how long this was. I do appreciate you guys for watching this. Anyone who actually watched this all the way through, thank you. I appreciate that, and I hope that you were encouraged. And if you can think of somebody else who might be encouraged by this message, and I would appreciate it so much if you guys would share this video. I love you guys. God bless, and I'll chat you back for the next one.